we're going to look at distributive property. And this is like they call this also expanding and simplifying. Okay? So we have two sets of brackets, and we want to simplify what we have here. So this number outside of the brackets means essentially like multiplication. Sometimes they represent it with a dot.
Yeah.
And what you have to do is, with distributive, is you take this number and you multiply it by every single term inside of the brackets, okay?
Yep.
So we'll focus on the first set of brackets first, and then we'll do the second one. And there's a couple of ways we can write this. You can kind of do side calculations on the side. Sometimes people write it in two numbers multiplied by each other, but that can get really confusing. So I like to do side calculations on the side. And second of all, this should be a W, not an X, okay? Just to make this a little easier for us. So I'll do the side calculations over here. What would 4W times W squared give us?
4 cubed.
Yeah, so 4W cubed. So the next number I write down, okay, is I'm going to write 4W cubed. Now, what should happen here is because there's 3 terms inside the bracket, you should essentially end up with 3 terms down here, okay? This one kind of just eliminates. It amalgamates with everything in here. That's it. I know, what a word. Okay. The next side calculation is 4W times, and that's a positive. Whatever's in front of it tells you if it's positive or negative. 2W. What would that be in this case?
8.
Yeah?
No, 8.
8.
W
Squared. That's right. Because there's 2 of them, we add the exponents together squared. And is this positive or negative 8? Positive. So because it's positive, we say plus 8W squared. Does that make sense? Okay. And then the last one, we'll try to squeeze it in here. 4W times negative 5. What does that give us? Negative 20W. So we write in minus 20W. Okay? So we distributed to the very first set of brackets. Okay? We still have the second set, and this is a negative then W plus 5. Now, this is a tough idea here. What's actually happening is, think of this like negative 1 times these brackets, okay? So it's like we're actually distributing, okay, I'll write a 1 in. It's like we're distributing negative 1 to both of those terms, okay? So I'm just going to rewrite all of the terms at the beginning. Our 4W cubed plus 8W squared minus 20W. And we'll do side calculations again. Negative 1 times W will give us what? That's a W times negative 1. Yeah, or negative W, right? So I then write in negative W. And because there's 2 terms in here, how many terms should be? 2. And what's negative 1 times, don't worry about her, I'll get it, times 5? Yeah, negative 5. So I write in negative 5. Excuse me, Trixie. Thank you. Okay. So again, and we should count, because there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 terms in brackets, we should end up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 terms. So we end up with 5 terms, so we're okay. Okay? But the next thing we want to do is collect like terms. So I'm going to rewrite everything in black now, and our next step is to collect like terms. Okay? W minus 5. Okay? So we have to look for like terms. Is there any like terms with W cubed? Are there any other W cubes? No. So there's no like terms. He's the only one. Any W squared? No. How about just W's? Yeah, what are they? What are the 2 like terms? We'll highlight both of them. Yeah, negative 20W and negative W. And are there any other constant values? No. Okay, so I can only combine these 2. So we look at the coefficients. Negative 20 minus 1. Do you know what that would give us?
Wait, minus?
Yeah, it's like having negative 20 minus 1. Negative 21. Okay, so we rewrite everything else. 4W cubed, there's no other like terms, plus 8W squared. And we replace those 2 with just one term, negative 21W, and then minus 5. And the baby agrees. We got the right answer. Does that make sense?